Just change the titles and stuff while we're waiting. What's it? Gold. I'm just listening to the cast at the moment, but we'll turn it off. It is 10 minutes behind now, so at least they did that. Yeah, that's no reason to listen to it. We're probably going to get started pretty soon.
Guys, joining. We'll give you 10 minutes to join. Lock for 10 minutes while we just make sure the server is 100% correct, and then within 20 minutes we'll be going live with our first game. Stay tuned. We'll be back in the next 10 to 15. Thank you very much for that first solo round, man.
Yeah, I'll take you guys this now.
Ciao, ciao. Enjoy. Thank you.
Alright, so now they're gonna they end their stream, and we'll fix their problems, and we'll get our things sorted. Whoa. Should be starting up soon. Now people are struggling to get in their slots. Talk to us direct. Come on, guys. It'll be soon. It'll be soon. It's cool. It's chill. Let's just turn the music up, get into it. Really? People asking for their passwords. It'll start eventually. It'll start eventually. Should probably just put 10-minute delay in the title. Still waiting. It'll start eventually, I'm sure. Looks like our team's full. We're just missing number. Oh, now 2 people left. Wonderful. Looks like we're gonna be up till late tonight, boys. Okay, we'll be starting soon, guys. I'm sorry for the delays. We'll be starting soon. Alright, cool. So we're starting, I posted in the chat, we're starting. The stream will be 10 minutes delayed, but we're ready to jam. We're ready for this this epic battle. Make sure we got be nice and comfy and we're ready to go. Okay, so it's gonna be, we're gonna do the same fly far away to a place with good loot at the beginning of the game. And if we can do that well enough, we will definitely get top 100. What do we have to do? We only have to get top 80. It's not gonna be a problem. No problem at all. Okay, let's do this. Alrighty. If we can make it there. Yeah, it's far. We probably won't make it there. Could make it to the shelter though. We should easily be able to make it to the shelter. Possibly even further. I think we could make it to the prison. Let's just take it easy. They've sort of changed it, haven't they? Okay, let's turn the music down. We don't need that. Okay, people already got cars and stuff going to shelter, so we're just gonna have to Just gonna have to do a little house here. Hey, server lag. Awesome. Just what we want. Well, what is that? Control. Still sitting with just shotties. Kind of don't have a lot of options here. Just gonna have to make a run for it. I went there. That direction should be kind of safer, at least towards the lake game. Quite sure someone will have already done shelter. Only chance we have is actually in the shelter, so that's where we're going. We just chilling. What?
Save me from myself, 'cause I can't go much longer.
Well, that's just wonderful.
I just need your help, but I'm getting stronger. When you're by my side, I feel like there's a way.
It was just a matter of time.
One of the elephants in the room, as it were, was the whole
Brought up quite a bit on social over the past week, since last week Monday, how all these players were so used to just running in, fragging up in those early. Happened, you know, where was
where's
everybody
the
last
confidence
week?
now?
And those are the guys who actually didn't make it this week. You know,
Wow.
so you see the players who played the circle really well,
Yeah.
made it to those final zones, guaranteeing themselves a top 5, top 10 to, you know, just accumulate those points round from round, and those are the guys that we see here today. But moving into the starting conflicts here, we actually saw Easy Kill get himself a punch frag.
Oh wow.
As we start the
I
evening
never
off
picked up
here.
on that.
So let's look for something.
So it's that Superman punch, man. Everyone,
That jumping
that's so
punch, dude.
feel good when you land that. Hey, he instantly goes down. It's beautiful. My first pickup, I'm going here. We got Hauser Boy going down to military. Oh, look at the circle.
Unbelievable.
That is in Hauser Boy's favor every day of the week. He did this last time in the qualifiers as well. He went straight to the military base. This is clearly a favorite tactic of his. He's got the motorbike as well, taking a little bit of damage, so he needs to get some control on that. But I just want to see, you've got two guys up at George Paula, one at South and one at North. These guys really have the whole world ahead of them, as there's just loot all around them and no competition, so they can really take their time. The only problem for them now would be the circle, as Faith is going to be fighting it out with his pistol. He runs out of ammo. There is a shotgun next to him. Al Mufar is his competition, but
Yeah, I'm hoping he's got some magical supplies inside that pipe, because Al Fumar has a massive high ground advantage on him here, and I think the weapon advantage as well. He's got that micro Uzi,
Ooh.
would say pretty much, but he's got that shotgun, so he's gonna have to make a long range play with the shotty, or a lucky little headshot with his pistol. Only bandages available as well, so he's gonna have to go for that long bandage up here. As Al Fumar doesn't seem like he's willing to commit on this.
Yeah.
Smartly enough. He does know, I think Seth just picked up that shotgun, so we'll put him into a pretty disadvantaged situation if he does decide to push now.
that double barrel is a
So
monster.
deadly.
That thing's an alligator. You don't want to go anywhere near the double barrel in close range quarters. As you said, he's certainly making the correct decision there. But look at that spread across the map. Pretty much every single individual compound has got at least one player taking it up. Sakes, he's got himself an early M16. Nice shot there to take down Mr. Kaiser. So that's going to be an early kill on the board for him, and securing a decent amount of real estate. Quite a few players have made their way over the bridges towards Novo, towards military base. They're getting themselves into the circle early on here. We've got a crate as well that's dropped down. Looks like Nianfo has managed to secure himself, or actually
Don't think
he's
he's
not
actually-
aware of that,
Yeah,
that
not yet.
it is
Not
in
yet.
his vicinity. It's still dropping, so It's going to take a bit of time before it does touch down, but
I think very aware of that then.
well, I mean, it's one of those things you need to make the peak out and have a look, see if the airplane has dropped in your vicinity. Sometimes you just play too conservatively, stay in your house, and you don't even realize that it's out your front door.
End up missing on the loot of the evening pretty much. I mean, but it's Niamfo looking quite comfy here. One of the top players we mentioned earlier, sitting on the border of that bridge heading into the final Sosnovka Island here. I think kind of a situation where you want to play out that circle. You never know what could happen. You don't want to have to cross the bridge unnecessarily so early.
Twice even, you know, that's the thing. If you go to military base and the circle spawns back on the other side again, you got to go back across. Alphamar eventually comes out on top of Mr. Seichme Pape as he does take him down with that mini Uzi. That was a long drawn out battle, but Lithium, he got a good amount of information from that, so he'll be the next person to ensue, as he is working around in no man's land at this point. I mean, if you get yourself up decent loot very early on, it may just be a good decision to get out of the town, get yourself into some open space and make your way to play the circle.
100%. I mean, looking at the server now, we had a total of 96 players as we jumped in. So, I mean, that puts you up at, what is it, 480 points almost?
Yeah,
sitting around the
potential.
470, 480 potential if you come first. So that's where the guaranteed points come in. I think players don't realize how valuable placement is. I think looking at the scoring system now, 10 points for a kill, 5 points for placement. If you hit that top 10, I mean, you don't even have to get a kill.
I think that's such a good point you make, Luca. I genuinely agree with you. It's all about staying alive at this point. Getting kills is only in an absolute must situation, especially when you're in a situation and you're taking those pot shots at somebody, you're giving your position away, you're wasting your valuable ammunition. There's so many negatives to that scenario that it's better to rather just keep yourself alive. Here is Lithium. Oh, what a shot from the man with the AK-47. And an 8-time scope, that's generally not a combination I enjoy much because that AK-47 isn't the best at the long range, but he has no trouble landing that headshot.
Oh, that was brutal. Yeah, that was a clean, crisp frag there, guaranteeing himself pretty much that entire zone. 2 loot boxes after that previous engagement, so he gets himself the meds that he might need for the rest of the evening here, rather. But it's Niamfo. Did he get that loot crate? It looks like it. He has the the M24 silence. Now he's going to have to find that scope. That's going to be the crucial find for him, but that is very, very juicy for Niamfo. As we mentioned last week, you and Jabba had a nice chat about the advantage of the AWM over to the M24. I think with you last week, the M24 just that 7.62 ammo just gives you so much more ammo to play with.
Yes.
You can spam away. Take those long range shots with a silencer now as well, not giving away your position. If you had the AWM, you still have to be so careful. 20 bullets, and that's all you have to play with.
Every time you take a shot and you miss, it just chips away from your soul a little bit there, realizing that that's one less shot you're not going to get back.
If it's not a frag for every shot, you're pretty much feeling pretty down.
For sure. So looking out across the rest of the map, most players now making their way below that lateral center mark as they go south towards the zone. Quite a few players though. Kurs, must be swimming towards a boat. Yes, indeed he is. He's going to make the long track all the way around Orena Gold towards the zone. He's got a long drive ahead of him, Mr. Captain.
Luckily it is the early circles.
Yeah, certainly. That first zone not going to be doing a huge amount of damage.
And Kurs, actually, to bring up again one of our highlighted players, has himself a player card, and on that player card it says his favorite weapon is the hand grenade. And why is this? Because in scrim sessions, Kurs has himself cleaned out 2 squads with nades alone. Wow. It was actually pretty amazing.
I mean, those HE grenades are incredibly undervalued. I think in a scenario where you want to flush a building out, flush a room out, you want to take a player who's been downed, you want to get a guy who's behind cover to take him down who you may have done some damage. I think people often run over them without even considering these factors, but I can see why it's one of his favorite weapons because it has a huge amount of damage potential.
100%. I mean, those utilities, as you mentioned, so useful in those late game scenarios, and you're stuck behind a tree. Circle now suddenly not playing to your advantage. You have to get yourself out of the situation with a smoke here or there. Definitely undervalued in PUBG. I think players are so focused just getting those powerful primaries.
Even
and they don't focus on the UTIL.
Even the flash grenade. I mean, have 100%. You ever been hit by a flash grenade before? It keeps you blinded for about 7 seconds. That you want to be messing around with. So
yeah, I mean, if you're engaging with someone who intends to use that flashbang and actually push you after getting you, you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
a CS player who's used to breaching after a flash, you know, you're going to be in trouble.
and it's something that we actually do quite frequently. It does link into this game. But
100%.
going across into the game here, 70 people alive, that blue zone inching closer and closer. On Milter Farm, just west of that area as well.
Until
Lots
you
of
like
small
really
compounds.
have to move
Yeah,
over the bridge, right?
I mean, everyone knows bridge trolls are a thing, and you just want to have nothing to do with it. You can see even Tic Tac and Beers must be, in fact, are they
playing the
swimming
underbridge.
underneath? So one on top and one under. I mean, I'm not surprised. They're actually both going for the swim. I'm not surprised, to be fair. I mean, you want to keep yourself alive at all tactics, or at all costs, rather. You don't want to be going onto the bridge. Dark
One
Prince.
of our top fraggers from last week, Supernova here, under pressure on the edgy ocean, but geez, like whooping out his primary there and giving Dark Prince something to think about here on the edge of the ocean. It's Supernova with the, what weapon does he actually have to defend himself here? Looking to play it safe.
Still can't see.
Going
There
for
we
the
go.
swim.
AK-47 and an M16 with a 4 times, I believe it was.
So definitely able to return some fire here. Dark Prince now giving our man Supernova here the chance to escape, get on the boat and get himself across this dangerous island.
The M16 is a decent weapon for a long distance duel. You put a 4 times scope on that weapon, it's going to give you a nice advantage. It's got a really good bullet range and accuracy as well. So
I mean, you see a lot of the time players tend to actually put their long range scope on the M16 rather than carrying something like an SKS or Mini 14.
Yeah.
That choice of that burst fire rate, if it does end up being a bit closer, and also just that speed that you get with the minimal recoil on the M16 just gives you something really useful to engage in long distance fights.
yeah, certainly so. As the blue circle's about to make contact now, so we're going to have a reduced play area, and it is going to be a little bit on both sides, certainly majority on the Sosnovka Island. And Malta still in the mix, Farm still in the mix, so these guys are not going to have to making too drastic motions. It's rather the players on the western side who are going to have to make a move, as you see them starting to go across the bridge there. A couple players are on the western side of Sosnovka Island, you can see them there.
This is bullshit, guys. I'm so pissed right now.
Because there is a lot of ridges there, a lot of cover to work with there. But unfortunately the circle hasn't...
Apparently not everyone
Now it's, as you mentioned,
got kicked.
western players needing to make the move, and we have a bit of a freeze here on our server PC. Let's hope we have a recovery moment here.
This happens. This is PUBG.
happens.
We've all been through this scenario. Generally, it does work itself out.
The prayer is obviously as you guys watching might need to know, it doesn't get said very often, but obviously as a spectator of the server, we're the only ones who can actually capture the scores. So the hope is that we're able to get back in, because if we can't, scores go missing. So guys, we do apologize. We will be heading into a little mini break here as we try and recover our position on the server. We will be restarting the gameplay now, so our production team will switch over to a little AFK screen for us while we fix this problem.
And we'll be back with you guys as soon as it is resolved. Don't go anywhere. It should be short.
Yeah, the hope is we don't miss some sneaky headshots here.
Cool, guys.
This is really annoying. I'm like, for anyone who's watching this, I'm sorry about it, but it's out of my control.
welcome back, ladies and gents. We are live again, Maddie. We have been reborn into the server here, and we have spectator capabilities. So no worries, we'll have a scoreboard. We see the guns. All the information is here below the HP bar of our player, Mr. Deflector. So it's good news. Welcome, guys. Thank you for sticking in. We are back, and we are still in round 1 here of the Solo FPP League for week 2 of the Takealot.com Battle Royale, powered by Takealot.com, as well as Steel Series. So, Maddie, getting into the final circle here, as you mentioned, we do have a little bit of space on the southern island as well as on the northern expansion here. Looks like the players are giving it a bit of time. Don't want to have to make this final decision and force themselves to cross the bridge too late in the game. But looking around the map, do we see anyone that we should be keeping an eye out for heading into this range? We do have Hauser Boy that is still alive, who had that early military advantage. But looking at the rest of the server, well, I am seeing some interesting pictures because we don't have some of those favorites we were talking about earlier. We have lost Nianfo, it seems. We've lost a Master. We've lost our Vinco boys. We do have Soda here, who is our number 1 player from server 1 last week. So it's someone that we're going to be keeping in mind.
They restarted the tournament. I mean, they restarted the server, but they didn't get us back in.
All these guys who had really crazy qualifiers,
It's a bummer.
I'm seeing a lot of guys playing with respect to the circle here at the moment. You can see them just playing around the precipice, not engaging unnecessarily. And that blue circle is about to make contact once again as our program will be minimized. However, has got the Groza on top of a military base start. He's got the level 3 vest, bag, and helmet. Crazy amount of
well, that's just right.
Very, very good at this point. He's taken a shot to the leg.
Look at that silence, then 24. Does that mean he is the man who... Actually, no, it's not silence. So he's not the one who took out our money.
Okay, alright, good point. As we see, we got Supernova. Okay, my mistake, Supernova. I had missed his name there initially. He is still alive and kicking, but he is being hunted. He rattled off a couple of shots, and BS is completely aware of his location. So he's just going to be sitting, holding that angle, waiting, hoping Supernova does make himself available.
Playing it as careful as you possibly can. I think we have
so much so that he's fallen under the ground.
Can you believe that?
I think it's just one of those
the old glitch.
rendering glitches. Yeah, I don't think that's actually what it looks like in the game.
Yes, we see you, bro.
Now you see me, now you don't. Well, look at that next circle. It is completely over Sosnovka Island. So anybody who was counting their lucky pennies hanging over the north side of the bridge is going to have to make the cross. There's that AK-47 being put to good use once again. It's silenced as well. So Mr. T-Funk is going to have a decent amount of cover, at least in the audio aspect, to work with. Or rather, that's Retro Vega shooting onto T-Funk. Looking at the bridge on the eastern side, well, Soda, he's shooting onto Nullsec. He's going to continue forward here. Nullsec has taken quite a huge amount of damage. Soda knows he's going to be healing up here, so he wants to try and pursue the issue. Nullsec has got some decent cover to work with. He's actually in the blue crate at the moment. He's back to full health, so he just drops himself a quick med kit, and he would have heard Soda wrapping around, so he is aware of that. As you can see, his positioning makes for the accommodation towards Soda, but Soda, he seems happy to be going all the way around. He knows that the kill is not the most vital thing.
Very collected player from Soda. I think playing that distance, making sure he gets that wide wrap so he doesn't find himself in a situation where he's being taken from the high ground in the top building, stuck in a little alleyway or something like that. So really playing a smart player, Soda, playing wide. Does give him the opportunity to see if Nullsec decides to sort of escape the zone.
Wow.
But it looks like...
it's actually working out really well for him.
And look at this, gets himself a spot into a vehicle as well. So he has the escape mechanism. Doesn't see Nullsec on the roof yet. It's like that. It's like the rifle's scope is just blocking that vision from him, and now he makes a spot.
So he has.
This is so sad.
Absolutely no clue that this is where Soda is. Unfortunately for Soda, Nullsec does drop down. As you were just saying, that movement from Soda really, really. Actually respectful and mature, as he doesn't go for that immediate engagement. Even though he did a large amount of damage onto Nullsec, he still went for the full wraparound. Nullsec just committing to the car now, trying to drive himself into some cover, and he's actually just got himself in a bit of a pickle here as he makes a U-turn. Soda chucking that HE grenade. He's going to actually drive straight past me, and Nullsec has balls of steel as he does drive the gauntlet and lives to tell the tale. As Soda looking for that one hand of God shot coming across the map, but that's not going to be enough. So Soda's going to have to relocate, because as you know, when you rattle off a large amount of shots, people do start converging on your position, and Soda that was another point I wanted to make earlier. Even though Nolsek knew where he was, he completely relocated, and as you could see from Nolsek's positioning, he had no idea that Soda had gone so far around. Private Reaper now putting some pressure onto Soda. He's got that silenced M4A4, which will be giving him some good order to recover as well.
Yeah, very vicious loadouts now in the late game. The M4 obviously fully kitted. If he does have that butt stock on there as well, that recoil is almost zero. It's a laser. It's a silenced laser. One of the favorites, I think, of most players heading into this close range engagements. You normally find them, or most players, ending off with that M4. Wow.
An M24 from Hauserboy.
BS actually looked like he had the advantage there on Hauserboy. Dropped him to one tick, and Hauser just finishing him off with a headshot with that M24. Pretty much. If you need a level 3 or you are dead.
Yeah, exactly. There's only one gun that pierces a level 3 headshot, and that is the AWM if it's on full health. Private Reaper catches off Soda as well.
That's a favorite.
So there's a couple of favorites being taken down here. We've got 24 players remaining. This circle's about to get really interesting. 24 players, and it's going to be small. Having a look, there's quite a few guys outside the circle. Ricky, Smiley, Cinder, these guys are going to have to get a move on. Ty, Vision as well. What's going on here with Ty and Vision? They look fairly close to one another.
Bummer, but whatever.
Ty is going to be the one to get to the coast first, so he may be able to take Vision down from there, but I'm not sure if he is aware he has an opponent in such close proximity.
Vision and Ty hanging out. I don't think they actually realize they're there, but as soon as one player does breach the ocean,
Ty's going to be in trouble here because Vision's going to have the opportunity, but the zone is going to be doing all the damage at this point, so Vision's going to have to go straight up for a heal as Ty is running himself through. Of course, you want to delay it as much as possible because you want to get that full use of your first aid kit, as opposed to rather doing it when you're about half bar. In that same breath, you don't want to leave it too late because you don't want to be in 1 or 2 kill shot range. You want to make sure you have as much HP to work with. So,
man, and how often does it happen when you see someone leaving that first aid kit too late and that HP just slowly ticks away before that first aid pops, and it's literally a full shame.
And this circle's doing a significant amount of damage. I mean, the next one is going to be doing a really heavy amount of damage, so they want to make sure that they get into the blue before that next one starts ticking off. Jazzdog, he's going to get caught off here by Super Sweet. Surely he has no idea that this compound is occupied, unless there has been a previous encounter. This is, of course, still linked directly to military base, so there is good news. It comes around the corner. The UMP level 3 head armor is going to be enough for Super Sweet to take down his opponent, but Super Sweet is going to get fired on from the distance there. It looks like it was Lithium who put some bullets in his direction. Lithium had a handy game so far here as he makes his way in towards the zone.
Yes, another final zone. Moving into the sort of eastern area here of Sosnovka Island, guaranteeing nice points of cover here for the players to end off further around here. It should keep things interesting. It's not going to be one of those open engagements. You do have the sort of eastern compound here.
The radio tower as well. Let's have a look at Overseer quick.
That's a major height advantage.
He's actually going down at this point though, because you can get really high up at this point and have a great vision 360 degrees around you, as well as only having one path for people to get up to you, so you only have to cover a certain area. Going for the care package very late into the game here, it's going to be the Groza, which is a very powerful automatic rifle which uses 7.62 ammunition. Fairly similar to the AK-47, except it has less recoil and easier control and a better fire rate, so that's why, of course, it is the upgraded version. Lithium is going to get pounded by the M16 Supernova, relentless in that fire. He's got himself 3 kills so far. His level 3 helmet, though, has taken a large amount of damage, so he's not going to be able to rely on that much further. Ricky ZA, he gets caught out from the bottom. Private Reaper, he is a bit of an assassin in this game so far. He takes down his 4th kill, so he's looking really good in this first round of leg 2. I believe this is leg 2 tonight.
Leg 2, yes.
Okay.
So leg 1 was our qualification week, heading into our first elimination weeks now. Not elimination, but rather league weeks.
Yeah,
yes.
sure.
So
regulation and promotion through each week.
100%. So we're seeing sort of a northwest to southern west.
I'll switch to it here because there's no point in me just having the stream not show anything.
A stable position onto this final zone and find that little bit of cover that they can utilize heading into these final engagements. But it's Supernova looking for his 5th kill here. Hauserboy having to move pretty quickly, but it's going to be it's just that cliff.
At white stripes. Okay, let's do it.
It's so difficult for other players to actually
Jeez, like, why is it always so goddamn loud?
Yeah, Super Sweet still has a good position in that building. You're going to have to get a move on. That zone is in no man's land. There are 0 compounds in the zone. It's going to be all so there is some decent ridges to work with. But yeah, that actually is a really hilly region. Okay, lots of trees as well, so you could see some interesting duels coming out here from the remaining 13 players.
Ridges like these, you usually find them getting used. Players get that cover from the lower and higher ground.
Certainly, yeah.
So Dio Mace here, with the high ground advantage here, gets that early seat in a crucial position. Vaded actually gets himself out of a tough situation. Looked like he was put under quite a bit of pressure there from Timinata, as well as it was our previous assassin, or Mr. Private Reaper, rather,
Yeah.
while Vaded was busy moving himself around. But he has gotten himself out of trouble. One of our favorites here for the week does find himself just outside a top 10 situation. ISO Wolf as well. One of our gaming celebs, rather, putting up a fight here. One of the VIPs who didn't make it in our VIP detail challenge.
Yeah.
Looking to...
Oh, he's going for it. He hits a headshot there, I believe, doing a huge amount of damage to Vaded. And now he just needs to land one more follow-up bullet. This is the frantic region, and oh man, Vaded had no clue where he's being shot from there. Just in a decent amount of distance between him and ISO Wolf meant that he couldn't exactly pinpoint where those shots were coming from. So he continues running towards ISO Wolf.
Yeah, I swear they're like
and
a
from there it's
perfect
easy pickings. Yeah, through the tree there.
Perfect little angle.
But he needs to be careful now, because he may be getting a little bit loot hungry as he makes his way towards the corpse, and that may be a perfect opportunity for Handy to pounce. It seems as though ISO Wolf may have a clue that there's a player out here. He spots the head as he makes his way up, as Handy is going to get stuck outside the zone here. That's a huge problem for him, because this zone does a lot of damage. ISO Wolf going to be leading to Handy's demise, as he
So
does do
apparently,
some damage to him.
they're not going to take
into the zone.
the
So it's
server
down to 8 players now in the zone, about
into
to
account if
minimize
they
once
deem
again.
that
Cinder
too many
is
players
the
drop.
only
They'll review it
Shaq
and
is
decide later. So that's what's going to happen.
himself in the zone here. Fortunately for him, the white circle does spawn, keeping him in the mix. The rest of the players, they're going to have to get a move on here. A couple of them not anywhere in an immediate position to get into the zone, so they're going to have to get into the open. Diomace, oh no, he just wants his gun to settle. He's going to have to crouch here because he's got a really good vision on Hauser Boy. Hauser Boy, though, using the ridge, he's got no head armor to work with. All it needs to be is one headshot from Diomace. He's racking up the shots. Some good opportunity for Hauser Boy to reply, but he doesn't land a bullet himself, so he gets taken down as the 7th man. And we do have 6 players remaining now. Oversea making his way towards the zone. He does know that Diomace is in the area. Of course, he would have heard those shots. But most of the players with quite a significant amount of distance between them. Private Reaper, though, heading in the direction of Overseer.
And interestingly enough, as mentioned a second ago, one of our players who had the only huts available has now been dropped. Cinder is down, and Blackout Maniac making use of the what would you call it, a flare
I've
here.
never seen that before.
New edition.
Okay,
yes,
all
the
right.
recent patch, yeah.
I mean, I suppose it's really useful in a duo or squad when you're trying to mark something off. I'm not sure how you could use it in a solo besides trying to maybe throw your enemy off. I saw Wolf taking quite
I have a feeling it does damage, almost in how a Molotov would work if you had a direct hit.
Okay, perhaps, yeah.
So a bit of a burn effect, but yeah, I think that's something we'd have to actually witness. Nothing I've seen myself as of yet, but as we head into this final circle, again, it's these northern and southern players making a move into this final circle, but it's the guys up here, Private Reaper, Oversea and Diomace, with this higher ground advantage, looking to make use of it as this final circle begins to move in.
But this next zone is going to be taking chunks from his health, so he's going to have to make his way straight in, and now he's in a gun battle. This puts him in a terrible position. He actually manages to kill Diomace.
We'll be starting again
he
soon.
Goes down, so at least he does have an arm of vengeance in the mix.
Yeah,
but
gets himself 10 points.
Yeah, it's always a feel-good moment when you kill the guy just before you go down. ISO Wolf gets removed, so that means we only have 3 players remaining, and Private Wolf is certainly in the best location of the 3, as he is in that high ground. Having said that, the zone has just respawned, and it is not amongst him, so he's going to have to move down south to get himself in the mix. Black Rockstar is, or rather Bluff Rockstar.
Yeah, it's like we're getting it confused between the 3 players alive.
Oh, yeah.
I'm there with you.
I mean, there's 100 names that starts off here. My mind just goes to a bit of mush when it comes to it. But
it's crazy to think, eh?
Blackout Maniac, he's actually got a decent ridge to work with as well. So these players are just going to be waiting for the zone. Can he see him? He can see him, but he hasn't actually picked up. Now he does spot him. He's going to be looking for that headshot. Decides to go for the M4A4, trades the 4 times. He's taking his time here, and he does rattle off the shots. He hits himself 1. He's looking for the second. He does get the second, but it's not going to be enough. Bluff Rockstar gets around the tree, and that's going to be enough cover for him to heal up once again. Private Rockstar does now give away his position. At least there was a silencer, so they wouldn't know exactly where he was, but you can make out a faint noise nonetheless from the gun when it is fired. Spotting the back of the plane now, but he's taking shots himself. There's a bit of tunnel vision coming in from Mr. Private Reaper, and it is Blackout Maniac who took him down. He's also got eyes onto Bluff Rockstar now. He gets himself a shot off. Both these players on fairly low HP, but it is Blackout Maniac with 5 kills who comes out on top of our first round this evening.
The fiver, first place. So looking very good here for the winner. Actually,
that's a strong statistic.
One of the top fraggers on the server as well. We have a few down on the list here. Hauser Boy with 6, as well as one of our other members here, Mr. Super Sweet, sitting in the top 20 with another 5. So Blackout Man looking very good.
I don't know what to say. I'm not very happy about it, but we're here to play, so we'll just play.
Don't you love that though? That's great though. I mean, that's exactly what I was talking about. Is we're also going to have a lot of unknowns coming up. Something I want to point out here is have a look at Cinder. Cinder got 0 kills, but came in position 8. That's a lot of points. I mean, if we had a full server, that would have been 460 points that the person received, even though they didn't get a single kill. So it just goes to show that there's a lot of value in just keeping yourself alive very deep into the game. As it's a good example for a couple people who might employ a similar tactic to Cinder.
100%, yes. I think now, looking into the next rounds, those favorites that we have been speaking about are going to be looking to play that safe game. I think now looking to recover points, playing for placement. I think those players tend to be pretty confident when heading into the game at first. Playing.
Okay. Wait. We're not starting yet.
A safe game again. As we saw last week, some of the guys who struggled at the beginning ended up coming into the top 10 for those last 2 games and climbing the board so crucially as we actually how can I say, listed our gold and silver divisions off those points. So we'll see if we can have some of those top players recovering after this, see how their gameplay sort of evolves heading into the further rounds. I think we'll keep an eye on Mr. Blackout here and Mr. Private Reaper as well, who did some serious damage to our favorites towards the end there.
Making early names for themselves.
100%. But yes, thank you once again, guys.
2 more games remaining this evening. So we've just got...
I don't know what to say. It's kind of shitty having a 10-minute delay. Stream is dead, but yeah, we're gonna keep it open and keep jamming anyway. Flare gun seems so weird. Apparently,
Oh yeah.
how's it? Just saw everyone
you also
chilling there,
get
so I
kicked,
was
bro?
like, "Hey, what's up?" Just waiting for
Who's
the game, I
Finfo?
suppose.
I don't trust the ISO Wolf.
I wasn't watching. I don't know. Never watched him.
It might just be me being salty.
This game is a joke.
Let's just hope we don't all drop again.
I'm not even playing. My brother's participating.
Yeah, and I was too shit. I like fell up at like 50th, so I didn't even make this fucking game.
Jeez.
But it's fucked
Two
up.
more, bro. Two more.
Are they gonna play 2 more? They redoing?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
3 rounds. 3 rounds. No, there's 3
They
rounds.
So-
not a fuck.
Yeah, join in, bro.
Yo, let me play for you, bro. Yeah, I'll get you a chicken dinner, mate. I promise. Just send me your Steam details and your credit card number. Yeah.
No, I think they might have gone in now.
Yeah, I'm sitting at the
monkey
screen.
also.
I'm waiting. We're not in yet. Still waiting for people. This is the best. I feel kind of ashamed of my country right now.
I always feel ashamed, don't worry.
I really hope they.
Let's go to Australia.
Yeah. Please, guys.
Why did Mikey and Flace go quiet there?
I don't know, that's why I said I think the game might have started. YOLO Swaggins.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is fuck loud.
Yeah, but your Discord, I mean the
Yeah.
Twitch.
Fucking notification.
I don't know, my Twitch is loud.
Oh no, I muted that shit. Wait, how the what is it? Arena PUBG. Need to mute that group.
All these guys are asking ISO Wolf if he's hacking.
Shame. Poor guy.
No.
So what's going on, Mikey?
Not much waiting for it to start. There is only in 96, 97.
He's also streaming. I'm gonna go watch this thing. Check you later, guys.
Cheers.
Let's ask ISO if he's hacking.
Remind me to change my camera back to the actual game.
What's that?
Remind me to change my camera to the actual game.
Why?
Well, he looks like he's having a great time.
I think it's way too long. You gonna what do your camera for the next game?
Never mind.
You can't do that to me.
That's
Oh, come on, start the game, guys. Start the game. This is ridiculous. I'm getting over it now. Like, I could be doing way more better fun things. Where's all my guitar picks?
Save me from my pain. Replace all my disaster. Believe me, I know some, but I learn it faster. When you're by my side, I feel like there's a way. Don't you say goodbye. Just stay.
Alright, we ready. We're back. We're ready. We're amped. Something about playing guitar just gets me back in the mood to kick some ass. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. We're just gonna hit Jasnaya. If we don't make it to the Jasnaya, we'll hit the mansion. Look, everyone's doing this strat now, it's great. Okay, we need to look for a car. We're not gonna make it there, so we might as well just go down here. Oh, come on, I thought they fixed the parachuting. Okay, we need to turn this music down. You know what, I'm not gonna need that shotgun, so I'm gonna go back and get it. I mean, I'm not gonna need the shotgun, so I'm gonna go back and get the assault rifle. Need a backpack. Come on, phone. I can make it if I find a vehicle. What is happening? Are you kidding me? Oh wait, there, now it's loose. Jeez, like. Come on, you freaking. Yes, this thing is the worst. Where did it even go? Yeah, there's nothing I could have done there, and I shouldn't have given away my position. That was a really hot spot, but we got top 60. It wasn't too bad. That sucked. Drive all the way there with the motorbike just to die. And we didn't get any of those shots on that other guy. What a bummer. At least we tried. And with the crash last game, jeez.
And he finds the heady butt sakes. He's got every clue in the world that, a metal Kliz is here. Somehow he's able to make it away with his tail between the legs, and he does go prone, so he can heal up sakes. Does he want to force the issue early on here? He's got the 4x scope on the AK-47. See, this is the situation where you don't go for the kill. Kills are just not worth it enough to make those aggressive plays.
Yeah, I was playing too aggressive, I think.
He's maneuvered himself around.
But I had two, like, nice, like, I felt like I could have killed the guys, you know?
completely,
fairly-
literally
and
less than
no
half HP.
no healings to work with either.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, he's going to have to, actually, I would even recommend he makes his way, goes to find a new little compound where he may be able to find some healing to take him through the rest of the game. Those hay mounds are, you can shoot through them, by the way, as it looks like he's got a bit of a deja vu here, sakes. Gets brought down to, as you said
Landing
earlier,
that one tap on the head, removing the helmet.
yeah, down to 1 tick of HP. Does he only have painkillers to heal him up as well? I'm seeing him pop an energy drink too, but that's not going to be, it's not going to be speeding up the process of healing, just extending the duration for which he will be healing. We have also got a drop towards the northern part of George Paul, and a couple players converging on that. We may see some action there. Blue from Vinco and Mr. 99.
I think Blue spotting this definitely. I think so urgently looking to actually get to this drop, as he is suffering here with a UMP and a shotgun only at his hands. Gonna look for this drop, crucially needing the drops from whatever it actually gives him here, but it's sucking socks since 99. Who actually grabs the loot a little early, cleans out this care package, doesn't even give us time to check it out. Damn ninja, dude. So that leaves Blue stranded on the open there with those close range weapons.
And he realizes, he hears that car driving away, he knows that there's nothing there for him. He's going to make
As the circle was far, like completely the opposite direction. Well, not opposite, but it was the other side of the map.
Apartment blocks are stacked.
Where am I?
And there's maybe 20.
I'm still there, like looting. Way too late.
A ton of loot for him, and the zone is there as well. So he's got
east side of the map.
when the zone. Do you mean the west side?
Sorry, west.
Once the zone
Getting my
spawns
compass
over
mixed up.
George Paul, it is. I mean, one of the